I am Hingers and welcome to Good Game Well Played, your esports guide to news, results and online drama. Always drama. First, let's take a look at the news, and to South Korea, where the League Champions of Korea Spring 2015 Playoffs Grand Final took place over the weekend. SK Telecom T1 demolished GE Tigers 3-0 in the best-of-5 series. SK T1 dominated the first two games, with GE starting to fight back in the third before eventually succumbing to the favourites.
Takes the 3-0! GG! We'll see you at the Invitational!
South Korean mid laner Easyhoon was awarded the tournament MVP, which vindicates the team's decision to play him over Faker, considered by many to be one of the best players of all time. And in Paris, US Call of Duty team Optic Gaming has taken out the Electronic Sports World Cup for 2015 in Advanced Warfare. They beat in-form fellow US team Denial Esports 3-1 in the final that was billed as the most famous team in the world, taking on the best playing team in the world. And in sweet mercy, that is a lot of money news. The Dota 2 International Compendium 5 has gone on sale, allowing players to track tournament developments for the upcoming international championships. Proceeds from sales go to fund the overall prize pool of the tournament and currently sit at over $5.5 million. And now to a segment we like to call the GOAT. In today's GOAT, we are looking at a game that is dangerously close to my heart, StarCraft 2. With over 1,000 pro gamers and over $15 million awarded in tournament cash money winnings, this Blizzard RTS is the third richest game in esports history. But who is the greatest StarCraft 2 player of all time? Let's start at the obvious place with Korean pro Jangmin Chul. MC is the most accomplished Protoss player of all time. People call him the Boss Toss, Iron Man, some call him the Protoss President, and he has won more money than any other nerd playing this beautiful, beautiful game. Almost $500,000. For that kind of cash, you could buy like 20,000 copies of StarCraft 2 and then distribute them to like 20,000 different nerds and then beat them all soundly because you're MC, and that's basically all the old professor programmed you to do.
Why?
MC's playstyle is super aggressive. In his prime, he tended to play a short, cheesy style where he utilized powerful all-in strategies to dominate the pro scene for years. In particular, his Blink Stalker micro and near constant harassment would mean that he would often decimate his opponents well before the late game. Nowadays, his rankings have slipped a lot, and yet still no one has come close to his prize money. Right now, he sits in 45th place in the current World Championship StarCraft, well below where he did at his peak. But this cocky, self-assured Protoss will remain one of the most confident gamers of all time.
Did you ever think you were gonna lose? Bitch, please.
Next up, Jung Jong-hyun, also known as MVP. MVP is a South Korean Terran who they simply call the King. He has won 4 Global StarCraft Leagues and was the third player to achieve a triple crown, winning premier tournaments in Europe, North America and Korea. MVP's playstyle makes him one of the smartest Terrans out there. He has an incredible variety of build orders, making him unpredictable in tournament play. He's also the pioneer of the Nomad Terran style, where you sort of build a bunch of spaceships like an unbeatable army, and then take off all your buildings and fly them off into this corner over here so no one can attack them, and then get your spaceships and go and kill your opponent. But your buildings are all safe because they're over here. It's very silly. In recent years, MVP's pro team, Incredible Miracle, fell apart after they lost sponsorship from Korean electronics company LG. And while this was happening, MVP's wrists were unable to live up to the incredible pressures of tournament play, and constant injury forced him out of the top tier of competitive StarCraft. Some say the King is merely resting, and he will return when his country needs him the most. Others say he has legitimate medical concerns. Whatever the case, there is no doubting that he is a contender for the StarCraft 2 GOAT. Finally, let's take a look at the current top-ranked Zerg in WCS competition, Life. The 18-year-old Lee Seung-hyun had a lot of strong results in early Wings of Liberty days, but his global dominance in recent years has been close to unparalleled. Winning last year's WCS Global Finals and taking home $100,000, as well as Season 1 of the GSL this year, means that he's at the top of his game in the lead-up to the release of the final SC2 expansion, Legacy of the Void. Life is the youngest WCS champion of all time, taking home the honours at the age of 17. Life is well known for his speedling play, as well as his high-profile proxy hatch play, where he just sort of builds a base in your base and then kills all your dudes. Life will no doubt be around for a long time to come, which means we could well be witnessing right now the reign of the SC2 GOAT. Let us know who you think we've left off our GOAT roster. Players like Parting, CJ Hero, and 4GG are all contenders. But frankly, there's also an argument that these are all trash players because none of them dominated StarCraft 2 the way Boxer dominated Brood War. He was so good at StarCraft that when he was drafted into the Korean military, the Air Force started a StarCraft pro team. Anyway, that's all we have for this week's Well Played. I hope you've enjoyed our first episode. Until next time, I'm going to leave you with a clip of MC singing Let It Go from Disney's Frozen. See ya!
Here I stand, and here I stay. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.